and thank Dan, but how are you? How is Steve?
He just got up from a nap. I'm going to put him on the line, too. 1 second.
Yay.
That's fantastic.
Awesome.
All right, guys, I just wanted to say first, thank you so much for all the love you're showing my man. Here he is. Honey, you're online.
What's going on, boys?
Mango.
Yes, indeed. I'm still here, baby.
How we feeling today, Steve?
Boy,
It's a rough
like I've been rode hard and put up wet, brother.
Like only you can say it, Mongo.
Oh, yeah. Look, thank God. Thank God the journey is the reward, not the destination, brother, because I had a long journey in my life, didn't I?
Steve, how thankful are you at this moment for your fantastic wife, Misty, and what she's been able to provide and help you with as well?
Look, the first night I met her, I already knew there is a woman that could be a good mother to my child. And she just furthering that nurturing along with me. Oh, yeah. Everybody needs a personal caregiver in this circumstances ALS puts you in. And I feel sorry for the guys that don't have one.
Do you feel the love, Mongo?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh, it's
My
so
buddy-
awesome.
My buddy's been sitting here, come in and woke me up, been sitting there reading me off of his phone, all the love pouring in. It's beautiful. Hey, look, everybody in Chicago knows that's ever met me out in the public how much I love the Bear fans, and my kind of people, the brotherhood. We all had a good time, didn't we?
Oh, what a fantastic time. What is as you're thinking right now, I know you've had a chance to talk to Hamp. I know Jim Morrissey has called as well. Have some of your other teammates been able to reach out and talk about the days?
The Physics are coming over Monday for lunch. Carrie and Sandy and Silky D's been here. Bruce Heron, Tommy Thayer, and Hilgi. Hope I'm not forgetting anybody.
Dan Hampton was the first one over here and built me a ramp to get out of the house. And I didn't know he had that expertise.
It's a great wheelchair ramp, too.
Yeah.
Yes, it's awesome.
How can Misty, Mongo? How can we help? How can fans help? Anybody who loves Mongo wants to pay it forward because he was great with them. He held court with them because they cheered for him. How can anybody reach out to you guys to help?
There's a GoFundMe page that you can find on the internet to help out with these boys.
Medical bills and stuff.
I had pensions and Social Security coming in. I was all set for retirement. But, boy, these bills from this baby, good Lord. I don't see how this is what I want to do. The Wives Club that my wife has on the internet, other girls and their husbands have ALS and what they've been through and the debt they're in now. I would like to help these wives out with some. Oh, yeah.
You're always thinking
right
about
now,
someone else.
What's that?
I was saying that's the thing about Mongo that I've gotten to know through the years. He's always thinking about someone else, too. Yeah. When you're faced with this, you're staring at this, guys, and Mongo is thinking about helping others who have dealt with this.
Oh, yes.
You wasn't ready for somebody you looked at like a demon to bring you some Starbucks coffee that first show, did you, Ben?
Mongo, I was scared what of you. We tell that story all the time.
Look.
I didn't speak to him in the first 2 years in the league, not because I didn't love him, it's because I was so afraid of him and I wanted to earn his respect in such a desperate way. I got to tell you, Steve, I was fortunate to play for 6 years, and there was never anyone that I respected more. And the ultimate teammate, there's no doubt about that. I know there are thousands of people that will say the same.
Well, Tom Marley, you know how I always felt about you.
Yeah.
I knew Harbaugh was going to string you up over the middle, brother. Oh, Lord. And if you were going to do that, you had my respect, brother.
And vice versa. You taught me a lot about being a professional, that's for sure. Whether it was something you said or how you carried yourself, There was no better teammate, and you made us all better, Steve. There's no question about that.
Well, Tom, when teams are in the crapper and they're looking to change the culture, that means you got to get guys in there that are going to speak up and demand the change and demand it be done different. The first thing I wasn't going to put up with was brother-in-law in practice, because you don't learn the speed of the game on Sunday doing that, baby.
No, absolutely not. Steve, you've always spoken so glowingly of the game of football. Is there any part of you that regrets anything about what you've experienced?
The only thing I would do different is not let Henry Wacker come in the Super Bowl and get a safety the next series. I'd have stayed in one more series and got that.
And
But,
that would have been, 4 safeties for you in your career, right there? Aren't you the record holder?
Well, Henry, one safety. Who's going to get 2 in the Super Bowl? He's tied with Bruce Smith, number 1 safety getter in Super Bowl history.
Wow. With 1. It's amazing. Steve,
And you know what I'd have done, Tommy? I was so damn dead serious about it. I should have had more fun.
Oh, stop yourself. Yeah, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
No, but, after the game was over, I'd go to Russian Division and dance at the disco. Well, after I sacked the quarterback, why didn't I dance like that on the field, baby?
Because you acted like you've been there before. That's how you did it.
Well,
That's right.
Yeah, you know how much our buddy Yurko loves you. Do you have a good Yurko story for us as well, as you guys were teammates in Green Bay?
Oh, God.
yeah, I went up there, and I didn't realize he'd worn my number in high school, hero worshiping me. I went up there, and they put us as roommates in training camp at that little college up there.
Uh-huh.
The first night, I realized he had sleep apnea, and he snored so loud. I got up out of my bed while he was still asleep and snoring, and had my pillow poised over his face. I was going to suffocate him.
Hero worship.
That's fantastic.
Good one.
Have you had any interactions recently, Steve, with the Bears up at Hallis Hall?
Yeah,
Yes.
I want to talk about the Bears, baby. Over the years, I've heard the fans, bad mouthing them. Look, they didn't have to do nothing for me because the NFL already has those benefits, and I've applied for them, programs and things. They didn't have to do nothing. Brian McCaskey was the initial one that called me, what can we do for you? And I've already got an ALS wheelchair that they paid for here at the house. When my legs go, I'll have it. And they said, whatever we can do, let us know.
Right.
So I want Bear fans to realize you can be proud of that, being a fan of that team. That's what I call class.
A lot of people in our chats on Twitter, as they're listening to you talk, they're all saying, and you mentioned that you applied for NFL help, but has the NFL, a lot of people believe, Steve, that, hey, the NFL's got to step in and really take care of you.
Oh yeah, they've got the one thing they call it the Plan 88.
Yeah.
And it's over, and it's benefits you can get to for your medical bills every year, and it's 6 figures. So that's going to help.
Yeah.
But it ain't come through yet, but red tape.
Oh yeah, we know. Mongo, I mean, you love this city. You weren't from here, but you're a Chicagoan, Misty, the same. What is this
We
city?
feel like it.
What does this city mean to you?
Oh my gosh, so much love is here. That's why we stayed here and didn't go home to Texas. We just feel so much more accepted here and loved here. It's really awesome.
And Misty,
Yeah,
go ahead, Steve.
boys, my friend's been sitting there reading off his phone all the messages people have been sending in. Wow, I didn't realize.
It makes us feel really good.
Yeah. And Dan Wiederer did a fabulous job writing this story and presenting this story to many people. And Misty, I know you wanted to express your appreciation for what Dan has done as well, telling this story.
Dan did a great job, and so did Jarrett Payton. You know, it was
Yeah.
awesome to get to have those two guys to talk to because they made us feel really comfortable and loved. And so, yeah, they both did a fantastic job.
So real quick, so Misty, when we were in the driveway and you were showing me the new wheels that you guys have, you told me about
Mobile.
yeah, the Mobile. You told me about the 3 choices that were there for you. Share that with,
Oh my
with
gosh!
everyone.
Yes, I didn't want a minivan because I raised a child without one, and I just hate minivans. But my choices. I wanted a truck, but he's a big guy, so he wasn't going to fit in that truck. So they brought me an SUV, a minivan, and a party bus. And thank God, if 1 more inch taller, I would have been driving a party bus.
What's the name of that?
But it's Mobility Works, and they got us a great Mongo Mobile minivan, and that's what I'm driving now, is the Mongo Mobile. But thank God, like I said, if he was any taller, I'd be driving a bus. Mm-hmm. So I'm happy with my minivan now. Thank you.
Mongo, have you heard from Coach Ditka at all?
Not yet. There's going to be an event at one of the Wrigley rooftop houses May 17th, and he said he's going to come.
Awesome.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That is.
Oh, yeah. They've reached out through the Gridiron Greats, and him and Diana have been so sweet. So they've always been nice to us.
It's amazing.
So
My favorite football story about Mongo is the one that's involved with Jimbo Cobra.
Oh, I was going to
That's
ask.
my
but I didn't-
all-time favorite story, Mongo.
Mongo,
Yeah.
can you tell the fight
Yeah.
story?
Oh, yeah, it's been told on that 30 for 30, and I think me being a mentor to little kids at the end of it, remember what I told the kids? Keep your helmet on, kids.
That's right.
It's such a great story as well.
But that was just one fight, baby. You weren't there when Mark Bort slipped in the mud and I thought he was trying to cut my knees. So I reached down and grabbed his face mask and ripped it off his helmet, telling him, "Get off your knees, son. I'm not God. You don't have to pray to me."
This is practice. Like today, these days, Steve, these days guys are just doing walkthroughs, if anything at all. You're talking about like probably a Wednesday or Thursday full go practice.
Yeah, well, I said a while ago, the way we practice, the games were easy, baby.
Yeah.
You understand?
Oh yeah.
That's what Jay Hilgenberg gave me his best compliment of any contemporary, including Pro Bowl votes, when he said, Jay was a free agent. They were looking for his replacement because all he could do was deep snap. No balance, nothing. Well, after I beat on him for a couple of years, went to the Pro Bowl 6 times, should be in the Hall of Fame, and he said, practicing against McMichael and Hampton, the games are easy.
Yeah. No doubt.
And
No.
you could kick that football, too.
Yes, he can.
I was the all-state kicker at Freer High, baby.
Could have used you in 2018,
Yeah, we could
Mongo.
have done that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think in all my years of high school, and I kicked a couple of games in college, and I actually kicked off 2 games for the Bears when Bob Thomas's little hamstring was hurt back in the early 80s. But yeah, I was pretty good at it.
Yep.
Steve, we have spent also some time today telling people, like they already know, but you as a defensive tackle, if I'm not mistaken, there's only 2 guys in the history of the league that were pure defensive tackles who have more sacks in this league than you. One was John Randall, one was Warren Sapp, and then you're number 3.
Look, Warren's got one more than me. He
Right.
got the pass rush every down. I had to take care of a samurai, for God's sake.
We believe you should be in the Hall of Fame. Do you believe you should be in the Hall of Fame?
Absolutely.
Oh, hell yes.
Absolutely, hell yeah.
Over there.
Hey, look, I had to play the run, and then if I read pass and I'd pass rush. Randall and Warren Sapp have more sacks than me, but tackles,
Yeah.
both of them have barely over 400 for their career. I had 850.
Yeah.
There you go, boys.
Yeah, we know. We were
That loving boys.
Don't have to sell us. We're on board.
Mongo, I told the story earlier on the show that one of my fondest memories of you is I have all these as a kid growing up watching you play, and you hear you're emerging as a star in Chicago. But your reemergence, when Mongo wrestled and then Mongo disappeared, And then Mongo reemerged, and he's singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" at
Oh,
Wrigley. And then you get thrown out of the game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We were already at Dickens having a drink when we found out we got kicked out.
You're already gone.
We were already at Dickens with Mike and Diana watching us get kicked out.
Only Northsiders like watching the Cubs play, brother.
That's a good point.
But that will live in infamy, won't it?
Yeah, it will.
Mongo.
Hey, you know what? But you know what about that, boys? When I called him out, it was the 7th inning stretch. He had just called a Cub out at home plate, and it was a close call. They were booing him for it.
Yeah.
Well, Coomer told me I fired him up in the dugout, and they come back and tied that game. And then the bottom of the ninth, Cubs slid home, closer play, and he called out, save. Cubs win the game.
Yeah.
The paper should have read, Mongo gets the save the next day, boys.
That's why I love you, man.
That's perfect.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Mongo, we can't tell you. You've been a teammate not only of Waddle's, but a teammate of all of ours here at ESPN 1000 for 2 decades.
You guys don't never realize. Once I come into your presence and I like you, you're my family now, kid.
That's right.
All of
We've
you.
got a big family here in Chicago.
There's some people that might look at me like the black sheep uncle at the family picnic fighting over the last beer in the backyard. But it's family.
Yeah. Steve, I hope you feel the love because we love you.
Yeah, we do.
Your family from our perspective as well. Misty, you as well. And we're here for you, all of you.
Thank
and your
you so
family.
much, guys.
Thank you,
Listen.
guys.
Listen, boys, don't go gently into that good night. Rage against the dying of the light.
Amen, brother.
Amen, brother, was
Amen.
what I was feeling as well.
Wow.
Thank you
Incredible,
all.
Mongo. Thank you.
All right, guys, keep up the love, Sam.
Thank
You got
you.
it.
Thank you, Misty.
Love you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Love you
love
all.
you too. So
Talk
there's
to you later.
there's Mongo with Misty as we were talking to Dan Wiederer,
Yeah.
who is still on the line and did the story for the trip. Dan, can we hold and we'll tackle some things football related on the other side and maybe reflect on listening to that?
100%.
All right. Dan Wiederer from the Tribune joins us. That was Steve Mongo McMichael with Waddle and Sylvie.